back to net control.
Thanks very much, David. You too. KQ4, JPP. Rob, how about you on a 73?
I do love to hear the sound of that call sign. Looking forward to a big week. I'm with Cape Fear Public Utility Authority at the Southside plant, and things are getting underway for a new facility. Very excited about that. The plant's been around since 1971, so we're due for an upgrade. So things are starting to move forward, and got 12 more years to go, and hopefully I'll see it all finished. But enjoy hearing everybody talking. It's always nice to hear from you, Stan. Look forward to working with you on this in the future. You know where I am. You know my name. Just look up the number. So 73 to you all, and you have a great night. KQ4 JPP on the side.
Thanks very much, Rob. Yeah, I'll catch up, and I know quite a few people over there. And that wastewater treatment plant's getting tired. I guess it's just about as old as I am. It's about 4 years shy of being my age, so I guess it is getting tired. W4, CWO. How about your 73?
KK4, WCW, and the net, W4CWO. Well, that's about all here in Rocky Point. One last note, we still have an opening on July 31st for a net control operator. If anybody feels so moved to step up, we'll keep the light on for you. That'll be Monday, July 31st, and of course I'll be back on July 7th as net control. So. First Monday in the month. All this talk about gators remind me of a saying we had in the Coast Guard. When you're up to your backside in alligators, it's hard to remember that your objective was to drain the swamp. And let's see. Sounds like Noah's busy with GFIs over there, so that's about all over here in Rocky Point. Good hearing everybody. 13 seems to be our magic weekly number here for the most part recently. So good net, Stan. Thanks again for taking net control. So 7-3, everybody have a good week, and look forward to hearing everybody next Monday. KK4 WCW, W4CWO, 7-3, back to net.
Thanks very much, Dan. And yeah, I will be checking in via Echolink next week, so it's probably not going to be the smartest thing for me to be it. So somebody will step up, and it's not all that hard, and we'll send you a script and get you going. All right. KO4RRN, Matt up in Bergall. You got anything for 73?
KK4WCW in groups, KO4RRN. I don't have much for this round either. Glad to hear that somebody else likes to trip breakers with their radios. Seems to be a common problem I have doing some high power stuff. But other than that, just like to say 73. Hope everybody has a good week. And back to you, net control from KO4RRN.
Thanks very much, Matt. KO4 SAS Steve, how about you, man?
KK4 WCW, KO4 SAS. Not really too much to add. On that weather station, that weather flow, it's a Tempest. It's what I've got now, and it's a great system. So if you're interested, by all means, go for it. So otherwise, I will kick it back to you, Stan. KK4 WCW, KO4 SAS. 73, everyone.
Thanks very much. Yep, weather flow Tempest. I'm going to check that out, man. I appreciate it, Steve. KN4, QZV, John, you got anything for us for 73 round?
KK4 WCW. This is KM4 QZV. 73 to everyone. Be careful with the heat. Stay hydrated, and be aware of lightning. That rough stuff can cause a lot of damage. KM4 QZV. Back to you, Stan. Thank you for running the net.
ahead and check on out. WA8YVF, George. Back to you.
Hey, very good, KK4WCW. This is W8YVF. Well, first of all, everybody please help Dan out on the net schedule, because that's really important, and get all those slots filled. And once we get into a regular routine, it'll make it much easier. So anyway, get a hold of Dan, get your name on the list, and we'll get everybody up and running on the net. And Stan did a great job on the net, and just remember August 12th is our next meeting, and I guess that's it for this then. KK4WCW, this is WA8YVF, 7-3 all.
Thanks very much, George. And yeah, if somebody please reach out to Dan and help out with it, whether we can get it done. KD4RAA, Danny, you got anything for 73?
KK4WCW, KD4RAA. I was just looking for Steve's weather station here on our collective map. Hadn't found him yet, but I will look. Yeah, very good. Yeah, Stan, I was just looking at the ARRL dues increase, which is probably a topic for another time in discussion, but looks like they're going to raise it $10 and charge $25 for a subscription. So I will be reconsidering my membership, given the fixed income bracket that we have found ourselves in. But other than that, I have been enjoying my weather flow too, Steve, and I'll be looking for your station on the map here. 7-3 all, have a good week. KD4RAA.
Yeah, maybe that's something we can talk about at the meeting. Might be worth mentioning for that our ARRL members like myself got that and read that today, and I'm not in the fixed income bracket, so I'm like, well, I understand the budget thing, so but yeah, it's something worth talking about. All right, W4GKR. Let's see if we can't change that luck and give you some good luck for this afternoon. What you got going on?
KK4WCW, W4GKR. Well, see, you guys are all young whippersnappers. This is my 50th year as a ham radio and a ARRL. I can't remember how much it cost to get life membership, but let me tell you, 50 years ago wasn't much, so that's got to be one of the best things I did 50 years ago. Among a few other things, like getting into ham radio. But yeah, talking about that stupid, smelly swamp water, that stuff, has been swamping over my boots. And I've got to get rid of those. I've got to go to hip waders, because I'm having trouble with that smelly swamp water, and I can't find the plug to drain it. So you guys behave yourself. I got a bunch of things coming up, so probably won't hear from me for a while. Appreciate Stan, you guys checking in. I hope everything's going good. I'm sorry, I've just got so many issues. And I'll try to get up with you guys in a couple of months. KK4WCW, W4GKR, gone.
All right, Rich. Let us hear from you, man, even if it's help. So, whatever we can do. With that, W4NCH, Noah, did you get the Sparky work done and get a little bit of dinner eat?
And for NCH, well, waiting on the wife to get back. She had to run out and grab some dog food for the pups because we hit the bottom of the barrel there. So we got it on warm for the time being, but I've taken a couple steps back from the kitchen area. So this time around, I've been able to transmit without tripping all the breakers in the kitchen. So something about these GFIs that if you're within 2 or 3 feet of them with a portable, go ahead and pop them. But at least I can just reset it right here from the outlets versus having to go to the panel. But we'll say happy birthday to both David and Stan, and good to hear Rich on the radio this evening. I know I've been hit and miss here, but seems like it's been a minute since I heard his voice. Hate everything that's gone south and all that stuff, but hopefully you take a turn for the better, and everything will be good to go with you. But hope to hear you around. Otherwise, on the dinner front, just reheating a Boston butt that we smoked over the weekend. Did some pulled pork with last night, thanks to Danny's son-in-law next door to us here. We've taken a liking to the smoked meats and everything, so we did some barbecue, and we're doing a second night of that this evening. But I will not be able to do anything with net control or follow along next week. I'll probably end up being up in Ohio. My grandparents ain't doing so good, and I'll either be on a plane or driving on my way back from there. And otherwise, we've just been enjoying the pool in the backyard, so taking it easy around here when we can. But for that, hopefully, if I can next week, I'll catch the net link. If not, I'll catch you the week after. N4NCH back net.
All right, Noah. Yep, always good to hear your voice. And it really didn't. I think I had a brain lapse, and there was a couple things I was going to mention that just kind of share that went on. One, this past Saturday, we went to a Pender County Library history talk. A gentleman by the name of Everett Ward, who was my 9th grade history teacher and was the fire chief at Wrightsville Beach for many years. Former Navy veteran, just an all-around nice guy. I went and did a presentation on the historical impact of the river boats at Point Caswell. And evidently at one time in the late 1800s, Point Caswell was the thriving metropolis of Pender County before the roads got to it and everything. So that was one of the interesting things we did. So I'm glad we got a chance to do that. It was fascinating. One more time, I'm going to call for any other check-ins, late check-ins. This is KK4 WCW Net Control calling for any other check-ins. Want to break that 13 streak. I guess that's it. We're going to leave it with that. So 73 everybody, and at this time, we're going to end the Hampstead Hams Weekly Rag Chew Net with 13 check-ins. This is KK4 Net Control, returning the repeaters to normal amateur radio use.